Welcome, everybody, to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before the national championship game. We'll find out here today which side has the toughness and the depth to keep driving toward that ultimate goal, the chance to raise that gold trophy over their heads. As we'll see the number 4 seed in this playoff, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up with a semi-final collision. Fielded just inside the 25. And he's brought down after a solid effort on that return. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. From the shotgun now. Here's a handoff inside. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Same tailback, another carry. Fights through the tackler. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 more yards a pop like that.
Third down, out of the shotgun. He's got a receiver wide open here. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk. No signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. Guys up front lined up. It's first down. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Ball handed off. That's good for first down yardage. They'll spot it at the 37.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And they'll force him out of bounds after a short run.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. But that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
And there's the handoff. Trucks through the defense. Continues to fight for yards. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Handoff heading left. And the freshman brings him down quickly. Second down play coming up. And the wideout goes in motion. They're going to run it. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. You're right. He shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Receiver makes the catch, and he picks up the first down, tackled at the 32.
Good job here by this offense coming up with this first down on that third down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop it.
Here early in the game, the defense right away realizes what they're up against. Having an opportunity to move this receiver around, give him a chance to get out in space, are the plays that can really cause a defensive coordinator headaches.
He'll hand it off. He shreds the tackle. And he's brought down, but that strong, stiff arm helped him for a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a first and goal now.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Here's the handoff on first and goal. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
You know, when the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line, you love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. That puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
See if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Trying to find the end zone off the right side. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, North Carolina. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
And he knocks the PAT right down the middle. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And the return starts from inside the 20. They stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the Gators offense retakes the field. They reach the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. They'll tackle him at the 27.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Play action fake. Looking to throw. Pressure is coming. That's just thrown away. I don't think he's going to get away with that. Yeah, here comes the flag. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. The pass rush closing in. So the scramble comes up short, and now this offense facing a 4th down play. The Gators will bring their punt team on the field now. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. He makes the grab. Good enough for first down yardage.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing
the ball to the ground. And the defense jumps on the football.
I get being upset at the ball carrier for coughing up the ball, but let's not ignore how big of a hit that was. Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defender for making a great play.
Opening play of the drive, quick throw to the left.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the first down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with 3rd down and long.
The back's got it. Taken down, but not before it makes the first down.
Boy, nice first down here by this running back, and what he's doing today makes me reflect on some of the great backs that they've had over the years in Gainesville. Emmitt Smith, arguably one of the best backs, if not the best back in the history of the game. Damian Pierce more recently, but even guys like Eric Rhett and Fred Taylor, just really talented running backs with the ability to take it to the house.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They're going to run it here. Powers through the tackle. They get him down, but the junior with an excellent run there.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Again, makes it 2nd and medium. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. So it's 3rd and short when the opponent's 28. Let's see what the play call is here. They're already in field goal range, but thinking about the end zone. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Third down play here out of the shotgun. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
It's 4th down and 4 to try to keep the drive going. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And it's intercepted as he threw it back across his body that time. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Love this quarterback's athletic ability and the way he can create and improvise. Unfortunately here, he just didn't locate the defender and he throws the interception.
First down, looking to throw the football. The junior quarterback fortunate to avoid the turnover there. Incompletion sets up a second down. They'll hand it off. They're gaining some breathing room now. Tackled at the 26.
Man, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good batter. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
So a very makeable third down for this offense from the 26-yard line. Receiver in motion now. On third and short, they hand the ball off. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's fourth down. And the Tar Heels looking to run some tempo here. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. Breaks a tackle into the clear. Stop out at the 39, but good enough for a first down.
Man, that is a gutsy call to go for it on fourth down in your own territory. But you can see that this coach is confident in his offense and going to their go-to plays that they call up specifically for these situations.
Looking to throw. It's Leon. Hits the running back in the flat. Fights off a defender. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. Testing the defense with a throw downfield.
The game often comes down to a play or two, and the offense just missed a huge opportunity for a big play. Going to have to make some adjustments there and maybe go back to that play and see if they can come up with a big opportunity.
Offense set for the sixth play in this drive. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Can he take it all the way? The 20. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Florida.
Chris, that second-tier defender, the linebacker, sometimes can get lost in coverage. I don't know if the quarterback saw him. The quarterback threw it right to him, comes up with the interception, and then he has the speed to take it all the way to the house.
PAT puts him in front by 7. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Going for a big play downfield. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
Well, when the dust settles and the games are over, it's how many big plays did you create and how many did you prevent. This is a huge play for this offense. Now, can they get the ball into the end zone or they have to settle for 3?
And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Same tailback, another carry. And we're able to tackle the ball carrier there. Now it's third and short from the 22. You expect this is 4-down territory. Let's see what they do on third down. Ball handed off. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker. And the Tar Heels hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. And they can't complete it. It's a turnover on downs. Defense stepping up there.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here, you draw it up perfectly, you think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And that broken tackle will earn him first down yardage. He reached the 2-minute warning. We'll have to see if the offense can build on this lead before the break.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
And looking to throw now on first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
So the ball placed right at the 50. Offense looking to pick up the first down here on third and short. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. Offense trying to move into scoring position if they could convert third and short here from the 50. Can he make it to the marker? Brought down to the 47, and that will move the sticks.
Well, that's mano-a-mano right there. Offensive line knowing exactly their assignment, getting a hat on a hat, and that back to just exactly where he needed to go to extend this drive. That's a first down.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Grab made by the tight end. Tackle is finally made, but an explosive gain. They'll move it down to the 23-yard line.
How many first downs is that on this drive? This defense allows one or two more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And that run produces a decent gain.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
Gators are in the red zone now. Runs through the defender. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for three? The offense with some pre-snap motion. They'll try to run for the first down. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of one. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. And they will trot out the field goal team here. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. And they add to their lead. So they settle for three here, and now the kickoff. See if the opposing offense can answer before halftime. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field.
Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half.
Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead or play it safe. Defense spends their second timeout to try to regroup. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Running out of time in the pocket. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. Second down. And the quarterback dropping back. He's hit as he throws it. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. And the Tar Heels will have to kick this away. It's a rough drive for the offense. Punter comes on and booted away. This one is out of bounds, and that'll give the offense great field position. And the punt goes out around the 45-yard line. Wow, the offense will begin in plus territory. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. There's contact on the throw. And that one's incomplete with just 7 seconds left on the clock.
How about the defense's effort here? You're dealing with one of the more athletic quarterbacks in the country. Anytime he scrambles, you better have 3 or 4 guys pursuing the football. They do a good job of affecting his rhythm by pressuring him to the whistle.
On the run, going to heave it downfield. It's caught. Did he get a foot in? Yes, they say it's a catch, a big gain. Finally marked out after a big gain, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. So with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes onto the field. After connecting on his first try, this is a chip shot from 22 yards out. The kick is good. Offense collects 3 points on the drive. And that will extend their lead even further. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Gators will kick it off to begin the second half. And the fair catch, signal for and take it. First down here for this offense. And they get the second half started with a running play. They test the middle there, but get nothing. An important second down play coming up. And the single back takes the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. The offense looks fired up to begin the second half. That's the kind of play they needed to give them a spark.
Absolutely. I know they're down in this game. Clearly something was said at halftime to try to get this offensive line engaged, and it looks like it's working. They're playing with a different kind of energy. Let's see if they can do it again.
They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Now, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, They have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Second down after that run on the previous play. He'll hand it off. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Chris, what I love here is just the vision by the running back. Showing great patience, the hole opens up, and then he's able to use his speed to pick up some good yards.
Back in motion now. Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. Tackle, but first down.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple of plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
Misses the receiver, incomplete. Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Keeping it on the ground here. Football comes out. They recover their own fumble, but it is a big loss. And the Tar Heels come to the line looking to crank up the tempo.
The offensive staff just took a collective sigh of relief. But I'd still anticipate that someone's going to pull that ball carrier aside, give him a couple choice words on the importance of ball security.
And it's complete downfield. The reception, that's about 7 yards, but fourth down coming up here. And the Tar Heels will come to the line here looking to convert on fourth down. Send the back in motion. Needs a completion here on fourth down. And it falls incomplete. A turnover on downs. Big play for this defense.
I really thought that this was going to work out, showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on fourth down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. They moved it last time, but settled for a chip shot, looking to find the end zone this time. Breaks loose at the 15. And he busts loose right down the middle. It's a foot race. Past the 20. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Gators.
Oh, I love to watch this offense. It's one thing to study the film, but to watch these guys in person, you saw it in the first half, seemed to score at every possession. And here they are coming out to start the second half with another touchdown.
Now the all-important extra point. After the PAT, the lead is 20. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He'll call for the fair catch here. Field. The last time they went forward on fourth down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points when they bounced back here. Doesn't get rid of it. He's brought down way behind the line of scrimmage. That's a huge loss.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Now the handoff. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm with the football. urgency now for the offense. They'd hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down now. And the Tar Heels hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. 4th down, looking to throw for it. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line to set a fresh set of downs.
Gutsy call to go for it, but it works. The quarterback and receiver are in sync, and you pick up enough yards.
Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Tackle made on the return, but the sets up the offense at the 37 now.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the grab, fighting off the defender. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Well, defending this guy, you need more than one defender. You really got to stress rallying to the football because this guy can make people miss.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, and no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
He's running out of time here. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. They hit him behind the line, and out comes the football. It's a turnover.
Oh, what a play by this defense. Trailing in the second half, really the only way you can get back into this game is create turnovers. Ball's on the ground, they pounce on it, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. Play action here on first down. Caught quickly. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion. No huddle now for the offense. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. That one moves the ball across the 40. And the Tar Heels will come to the line to crank up the tempo. On 3rd and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. The first down pickup tackled at the 45. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. The pass is intercepted. Going the other way, can they stop him? The 30, past the 20. Takes the pick to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
Great job here by the backer, just mirroring the quarterback, reading his eyes, and then stepping in front of that throw. Comes up with it, and then he goes back to high school, shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands, takes it in for a touchdown.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead.
That makes the score Florida 34, North Carolina 7.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Motion by the back, defense better adjust. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Breaking free at the 35. The ball is loose. Defense grabs the football. It's a turnover.
Man, when you get into this big a game on this kind of stage in the second half and you're trailing, you just cannot afford to put the ball on the ground. The defense is attacking, trying to get the ball out. They do. Ball's on the ground, and this could be the end of the game.
And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Breaks free, bringing pressure. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. And they finally make the stop, but that's a huge gain in the scramble. He found some space and just went for it.
Man, it is fun to watch this guy get out in the open field. I didn't realize he could run like this. That's a big game for this offense.
So that huge gain quickly sets up a first and goal just inside the 10. Handoff here from the shotgun. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Coming up, second down and goal. Tailback tests the middle of the defense. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
It's an option look. And he takes it into the end zone, but hold on. There's a flag down. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Third down and goal for the offense. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. The completion picks up about 8 yards, but sets up a fourth down play now. So they're short on fourth down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. So it'll be a chip shot from the right hash mark. And he knocks it right through the uprights. And they add to their lead.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after building this big lead, they're set to kick it off. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field. The fumble the last time out, symbolizing their struggles here today. That's why they're in a big hole. He's moving out of the pocket. On the move, looking deep. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. And the Tar Heels will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense. The sack sets up second down.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
And it's incomplete, just out of reach. Too much on that throw.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down. The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Trying for a 4th down completion. Lets it go. Can't connect in the long throw. Incomplete. A 4th down stop.
What a great job by this defense, really all game long. It's very fitting. Here we are now in the 4th quarter on a 4th down play. They step up yet again. Now you give the ball to your own offense, you work that clock, and you seal victory.
It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up. And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. Obviously, the defense will decline that penalty on the offense and take the result of that play. Crucial 3rd down play coming up. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Looking for his big tight end. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Brought down to the 27. It's a 1st down. This offense really threatening now. The Gators come to the line to try a fresh set of downs. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. They're moving the receiver now before the snap. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. 3rd down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Makes the catch downfield. Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a 1st and goal. 1st down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Second and goal for the offense. Handoff inside, looking for the touchdown. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So 8 plays into this drive now. It's 3rd and goal. QB decides to keep it here. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, there's the defense stepping up and making a nice play. Let's face it, this quarterback has been tough to deal with. He's been able to run and pick up some good yards, but this time the defense is in position and they tackle him for a loss.
And it's good, right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after adding to this big lead, they'll set to kick it away. This one will be fair caught. And the North Carolina offense is It's been a rough game for this offense. A consolation touchdown is all they're playing for at this point. And the runner brought down after just a short gain. Second down after that run on the previous play. Play action fake, looking to throw. And the clock winding down. They'll take a deep shot. Trying to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
Quarterback escapes the pocket, but it's incomplete. The defense makes a huge fourth down stop.
Well, that'll do it, Chris. This defense has played well the entire game. It's very fitting here on this fourth down play in the fourth quarter. Under 2 minutes to go. They step up again. Give them the game ball.
And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. Past the 10. Touchdown, Gators. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
This is just complete domination in every phase. Offense, defense, special teams. Fun to see for this team. Unfortunate on the other side.
And the point after is right down the middle. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. At this point, there's not much you can do except play for pride. Final minutes here. They'll throw it deep downfield. He fires this throw and it's intercepted. Going the other way, can they catch him? Not just the pick, but a big return sets up the offense in good position. And here comes the offense back out onto the field now. Quarterback still with the football. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. They didn't lose any yards, which is great. I think they're definitely looking for more from that play.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete. So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. The offense will obviously decline that penalty and take the result of the play. The offense couldn't convert on fourth down the last time in this situation. Let's see if they can this time. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He'll try a pass here. He finds the running back for a fourth down catch. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically, and they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.